friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Saturday, March 22nd. I have 4 items that sold in the last 24 hours, 3 on Poshmark, 1 on eBay, and my gross sales amount was $124.36. The first item was a sport coat. I'm ditching the glasses early. This is a wool sport coat. I almost always, there's always an exception, right? A big butt, my big butt. I almost always buy 100% wool or linen or silk. I will almost hardly never buy polyester. There are exceptions always. This is Ralph Lauren. It's 100% wool. It is like a navy with like a window pane plaid. And the average sale price for a Ralph Lauren sport coat wool navy is what I searched, is $46.24. Now, sorry, there's a 13% sell-through rate. One thing to remember when you're looking at sell-through rate or average sale price is that it's an average. And Ralph Lauren is tricky to comp because there are so many subcategories of Ralph Lauren that have Ralph Lauren in the title. So this is a Ralph Lauren, which is really hard because you can't search one name twice. So when I looked at the solds of Ralph Lauren sport coats, there were some that sold for $9 and some that sold for $900. That's a big difference. So it's tricky. Ralph Lauren, I usually price around $50. This one sold on a 30% off offer for $35. So on Fridays, sometimes, there's always a big but, I usually send out 30% offers just to kind of try to garner more sales. I send 20% offers regularly. So this was a 30% offer that was accepted. I've had this for 14 months, so it was not a fast seller for me at all. I did pay $8 for it, which I, in general, will pay up like that for sport coats, up to like $10, unless I know that they're gonna sell for a lot of money. I would probably pay more for that, but I have had a sport coat that sold for $200-ish, right around there, maybe not quite that much, but this one sold for $35. Yeah, so after fees, my cost of goods, there's no shipping on Poshmark because they pay Poshmark directly the shipping, and then the Poshmark sends me the shipping label, and so my profit's $20. If that was confusing, I apologize. Poshmark you can send in priority because they send you a priority label. All right, next thing that sold on Poshmark was a bundle, but it was not a Poshmark bundle, it was a Jenn bundle. So I had these 2 denim shirts. This one is gray, it's Wrangler. They're not pearl snap or anything. This one is blue. They're both 3XLs. And I thought that would help them sell faster. I don't know, maybe it did. A Wrangler denim button-up long sleeve is $21.30 is the average sale price and a 22% sell-through rate. So I was hopeful with 2 I could get maybe a little more money and they would sell a little faster. That didn't happen. I listed them for $30 for both of them, and they sold on that 30% off offer that I sent out. How did I do this? I don't know. And yeah, they sold for $21. So I've had them for 4 months. Thankfully, I only spent 70 cents on them. And I mean together, both of them, total, was 70 cents. That was an average cost of goods at my older favorite thrift store. And I have two favorites. One I call my old favorite thrift store because it was my original favorite thrift store. And then I ended up with a new favorite. Not that anyone's keeping track. Yeah, they have basically like a perpetual bag sale, and my cost of goods can be, and usually is, fairly low there. So after fees and my cost of goods, my profit on these two shirts is $16.10. Wrangler is one of those brands that, if you don't know this already, there are some really good items in that brand, but most of it, it's just really oversaturated. But it's also a really well-known brand, and so people still buy it on a regular basis. It's also really well made for the most part. But it's also widely available. Like, you can walk into pretty much any store and buy Wrangler.
Mom, my bath isn't ready.
Your bath isn't ready? Okay.
It's 6:53.
Okay, thank you. You can go talk to your dad about that. It's 6:53. I try to upload my videos at 8, so there we are. It's just one of those days. Ooh, I need to take this off, and I don't know. Oh, it came off right away. This was a clearance item at Plato's Closet. They had it listed for priced at $15. And I believe it was a 70% off because I have my cost of goods is $4.50. But these are a pair of Spanx leggings. And they're a 3X. Is that right? Yeah, 3X. They were new with tags. So these are called faux leather stripe legging. I just did faux leather. Didn't add the stripe into the search. I probably could have, should have. I did add plus size and new into the search, and the average sale price is $22.36 with a whopping 8% sell-through rate. So maybe I shouldn't have bought those. However, I knew from my experience that, what is happening here? My experience has been that this brand in leggings will sell pretty quickly for, if they're used, like $15. So I had these listed for $30, and then they sold for a 20% off offer of $24. I've had them for just about a month, so they did sell pretty quickly, even though, you know, the 8% sell-through rate. I do check comps on eBay, and these sold on Poshmark. I know that can have it varies from platform to platform, but for me, it's just simpler, more simple to do one set of comps versus versus doing different comps for different platforms. I do, for the most part, price the same on each platform. The exception is, make you wait for it. It's your friendly reminder, hydrate. It's good for you. The exception is on Poshmark. If I list something that I think might sell on Poshmark, but I have listed under $20, like around the $15 mark on eBay, I will bump that up to $20 just because of the fee structure on Poshmark. I've talked about that before. If you have not heard me talk about that and you're curious, let me know. I will do my best to answer your question. I had like 3 different topics in my mind. I was kind of going back and forth on, like, what should I talk about? Did I tell you my profit on this? 14 something. And I finally landed on taking breaks. And I talked about this a little bit before Christmas. I was feeling really burnt out. I don't know that I'm feeling burnt out right now. But I'm feeling like if I don't take a break, I'm going to get burnt out. I don't know if that makes sense to you. But I know that for me, since I own my own business, I shouldn't use air quotes. That's like a real thing. This is my business. It's real easy to get caught up into the cycle of like never stopping. There's always something more I can be doing, right? I was just talking to my husband about this. We were gone all day. We did something fun with our teenagers, and I came home and I was like, oh, we're done. And I didn't get to package all this up this morning. So I was like, I still have to do that. And I needed to do my menu plan and my grocery list. And I still need to list tonight. And I have some things that I need to get ready for YouTube for next week. And I was like, oh my word, I thought I was going to get to come home and like sit on the couch. And I feel like all of these things I have to do right now. And there's just like this feeling of overwhelm a little bit sometimes. So for me, and I don't ever want to tell you what to do, but for me, I need to take a break sometimes. I do take Sundays completely off. I don't do YouTube. I don't do eBay. I barely do anything around the house even. And I really try to just make that a day of nothing, a day of a break, a day of rest. And then periodically, even though there are some times where we take trips that I'm still working kind of behind the scenes, like listing, things like that, I will do my best a couple times a year to just completely shut down, not list, not ship, not upload videos, all those kind of things. Yeah, kiddo.
Where did you send the list on?
What list?
For everything we need.
On my email. It is. All right, this sold on eBay. This is a very trashed Carhartt jacket. There is nothing readable on this tag. I know this is called the Arctic because I Google lensed it. Arctic, this is quilt lined, and then it has this corduroy contrast collar, which is really popular right now. So Carhartt Arctic quilt lined coats have an average sale price of $29.39 with a 25% sell-through rate. That's pretty good. The trashed thing is either really good or really bad, and it's hard to know which is true. I mean, like, this thing is messed up. Somebody sent me a message and was like, is that, does the zipper work? Yes, the zipper worked. I even went and double checked to make sure I didn't miss something, and it was in my half off sale. So I had it listed for $80. I have coats, sweaters, flannel, and fleece on sale, half off on eBay. And then I actually went through and sent 50% off offers for those things only on Poshmark as well. So this ended up selling for $39.95, plus I have a 15% off coupon on eBay. They paid a total with shipping of $44.36. It sold in 12 days. I did pay $7 for it, which is a little high for me. Probably not if this was like a really good condition coat, $7 would have been a steal. But I don't know. It's so trashed, and maybe I should not have put it in the half off sale, but I did, and I'm not sad about it. My profit is $20.10. It did sell promoted. I have it either listed at 5 or 3%. I'm not sure which, but I paid an extra $1.43 in fees for the promoted listings. So my profit is $20.10. I don't know if I said that. I more than doubled my money in 12 days. Plus I got my $7 back. And, I don't have to store this bulky coat for all spring and summer. So I am pleased with that. My profit for I'm going to put it in one of my big poly mailers, but I think I'm going to have to wrestle it in there, and I'm not going to make you watch me do that. my total profit, so that's everything that was paid to me minus fees, shipping, and my cost of goods, was $70.90, which is great. My goal is $67 per day, which is $2,000 a month. I am pleased with that. So far, I usually ship in the mornings. Obviously now, I've said already, it's evening. Nothing has sold yet today. So it makes me a little nervous for the weekend, but that's okay. Let's see. I want to do the check-in for the March listing challenge. If you're still in the listing challenge, let me know how you're doing. How's it going? I have not done my listings yet today, but I'm going to, I think. I may just decide to give myself grace because I am on that verge of like, I need a bigger break. So one of the things I need a break from right now is YouTube, which sounds kind of funny. Once I get there, it'll sound weird. Like, oh, okay, is that really a break? I'm taking a break next week. However, I'm still gonna have videos uploaded. Gretchen, who's the Restless Thrifter on YouTube, she and I are doing a listing challenge together. And so those videos will all be uploaded next week. And so hopefully you won't miss me. I will miss you. I'm gonna actually turn off YouTube completely and not watch anything, and I'm gonna take off all the, like, I'm probably not gonna respond to comments, which I know feels rude. I hate that, but I need a break from it. So I was letting comments get in my head, and that's when I know I need a break. So question of the day is, do you take a break? How, when, how often? What does that look like for you? I think it's important because one, we need a break, but it's actually proven that rest and taking breaks improves your productivity in the times that you are not on a break. So that's why really good companies will give good vacation plans and bonuses. What's the word? It's not the right word, but I think you know what I mean. So not good companies will not. Okay, anyway. The point being, breaks are good for us. They're good for our mental health. They're good for our physical health. They're good for our productivity. So do you take a break? How do you take a break? How often? I would love to hear that. All right, that's all for me. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate just having a chance to sit and chat with you for a bit. I'll see you soon.